Good morning, students. Welcome to online class. Hope you people are safe. I'm Sheila, your computer application teacher. In last class, we saw hypertext preprocessor, isn't it? What it is actually? It is a scripting language. Good morning, students. Welcome to online class. Hope you people are safe. I'm Sheila, your computer application teacher. In last class, we saw hypertext preprocessor, isn't it? What it is actually? It is a scripting language and it is used in the server side, isn't it? And what is the language that is used in our client side? It is going to be JavaScript, HTML, isn't it? Yes? Fine. How do we imply our PHP in HTML? This is your HTML code, isn't it? In this HTML code, what did we do? We just included our PHP. PHP echo is used for printing. P represents, hope you people remember why we use this P, isn't it? P is for representing paragraph, isn't it? This is how we include PHP code. Yes, on execution, what will happen? This PHP will not be visible. Just have a look after saving. Are they visible? They will not be visible. Yes, because they work only in the background. These are all the topics that we saw in our previous session. Yes, now let us see variable in PHP. Yes, PHP has variables like programming languages such as C, C++, Python, etc. See, what is a variable basically? In last class also, I was writing A is equal to 2, B is equal to 3. Yes, you people remember? Yes, those A, B, all that, when I use some variables, some alphabets to assign some values, then it is termed as what? Variable. What it is termed as? Variable. Fine. What it is termed as? Variable. Yes. What happens to this variable? Say for example, if I am going to write A is equal to 2. What am I going to write? I am just going to write A is equal to 2. If I write like this 2 will be assigned to A. This A is termed as variable. What it is termed as? Variable. Yes. See, in your PHP, your variables should be represented with a dollar symbol. How should it be represented? It should be represented with a dollar symbol. Fine. It has to begin with a dollar symbol. And for the assignment, what do we use? And for the assignment, we use equal to operator. And for the assignment, what do we use? We use equal to operator. And for ending a statement, we use semicolon. Able to follow? How do we begin? We begin with a dollar symbol. Yes. We begin with a dollar symbol followed by alphabets and then followed by assignment operators also. Then what do? We just assign some values like this and end up with a semicolon. $A is equal to 2, semicolon. Semicolon represents end of the statement. Yes, semicolon represents what? End of the statement. See, in your C++ and all, for representing a variable, we use its data type. Your data type can be, if it is going to be, I am writing A is equal to 2, isn't it? 2 is a number. If I wanted to represent a number, I will represent that as int A is equal to 2, int. You can see here, right? Int A is equal to 2. If I am going to use any characters, say for example, $A is equal to V, yes or no, let it be yes or no, $A is equal to Y. If I am going to represent that like that, then I will be using a character, a data type called char. And if I am going to use any decimals, 2.3, $A is equal to 2.3 also. It is a decimal, right? 2.3 is a decimal number. If I am going to use anything like that, I will be using float double. Yes. And if I am going to use $A is equal to computer. Computer is not going to be a single alphabet, isn't it? Yes, it's a group of alphabets together. Yes, a group of alphabets together is termed as what? String. A group of alphabets together is termed as what? String. A group of alphabets together is termed as string. Yes, in such a case, what do we use? We use string. Yes, these and all we will use in C++, C, Python, etc. But these such cases are not available in your PHP. Is that clear? It is not available in your PHP. Even if it is going to be a character, even if it is going to be a string, if it is going to be a double, if it is going to be a float, or if it is going to be an int, everything is just going to be represented with a variable and not with any data type. Now, you should have a question. What Mrs. is telling? What data type? These are all the data types. Int, character, float, double string. All this we will not use in our PHP. Is that clear, children? Now let us move on with the basic rules of variable declaration. Yes, first your variable declaration. In your variable declaration, the variable name always starts with a dollar symbol. Yes, you people remember how do we started with? We started with a dollar symbol. Next, it can never start with a number. I'm writing right. $A is equal to 2. Isn't it? We cannot write $2 is equal to. This is wrong. $A is equal to 2 is correct and $2 is equal to is wrong. It can never start with a number. And your variable names are case sensitive. What does it mean? If I'm going to give it like this, $A is equal to 2, and when I'm accessing, if I'm going to give like this, $A, this is wrong because I have represented that with the small case, I mean your lower case, and while accessing, if I'm going to access that with a capital alphabet, it is not possible. Yes, clear children? It is not possible. That is why we call it as what? Case sensitive. This is going to be an example. What is here? $A is equal to 5, $B is equal to 10. And while accessing, I am using $A_1. Have I assigned anywhere here? Yes? No, isn't it? So this will not work. See, next let us move on with the next topic, PHP data type. What it is? PHP data type. We already know PHP is a scripting language and it supports 13 data types. How many does it support? 13 data types. Yes, it plays a very important role in our programming languages. Yes, it supports the following data types. What are they? String, integer, float, boolean, array, object, null and resource. Yes, string. String is going to be collection of characters, integer, numbers, float, decimals, boolean, true or false. Array is going to be of same data type. Yes, object, a user defined, an instance of a class. Null, no representation. Yes, all this we shall see in the upcoming sessions. Yes, children, what is a string? I already told you, right? String is a collection of characters and it is going to be represented with a double quote or a single quote. Double quote or a single quote. This is also correct and this is also correct. If I am going to represent a string with double quotes, it is correct. As well, if I am going to represent that with a single quote, it is correct. Yes, here in your string, space will also be considered as a character. Space will also be considered as a character. How? Just have a look at this computer space application, right? There is a space, isn't it? Those space will also be considered as a character. Now have a look at this example. Yes. What have they written here? We started up a PHP code, isn't it? What have they written? They started up with a PHP code. Yes. Anchor tag, question mark, PHP. $X is equal to computer application $y is equal to computer application. Yes, one is going to be represented with the double quotes, one is going to be represented with the single quotes. Doesn't matter, because thing can be represented with the double quotes or a single quote. Yes. Now what have I done? Echo statement represents what? Echo statement represents print, isn't it? An output statement, or I can call it as an output statement as well, isn't it? What am I going to do? Whatever is going to be given here will be printed. So what is there in the value of $x? Yes, what is there in the value of $x? It is going to be computer application. It will be just printed up here. Okay, computer application will be printed up here. And a break statement represents next line. What does it represent? It represents next line. If I am not going to give this break, what will happen is, after executing your computer application without any space, it will not move on to the next line. It will be printed up just like that. That is why we are using what? Break statement. Yes. Now what is the next line that we have? Echo $y. Where this line will go? This line will go and fetch the data from here. And what will be printed? Computer application will be printed as an output. Yes. Now I'll ask you another question. Let us see whether you are able to follow. Now what have I written here is $x is equal to B. $y is equal to C. Fine. Then echo $x, echo $y. Instead of these two lines, I have included these two lines, $x, $y. What am I doing here? First, I am just going to print dollar. Let me write it again. $x is equal to A, $y is equal to B. Let me write like this itself. Okay. Instead of what am I writing this? Instead of these two lines, I am writing like this. Yes. Anything. So what happens is, followed by a semicolon. Okay, fine. Now echo $x. What will be printed now? A will be printed. And since I am giving it as break, it will be printed in the next line. Echo $y. What will be printed? B will be printed in the next line. In case if echo break is not there, what will happen? First A will be printed, parallelly B will be printed. Is that clear, children? Your integer contains non-decimal numbers. Non-decimal number means there's not going to be any decimal values. Yes. Now take this example. What it is actually given? PHP is given, $x value is given, and next what do you have? Variable dump $x, and it will be printed up along with the data type. It is going to be what? $x. What is the value of $x? 5 and 1, 35. Now we learned a new term called variable dump, isn't it? What did we learn? Variable dump. It is used for defining functions, returns structured functions, your type and value about variables in PHP. What does it represent? I already told you, right? It represents the data type, isn't it? So what is the data type of your value? It is going to be integer, and the value will be printed along with it. So what is float? Float contains decimal numbers. The same program only, but I am just going to represent that with a decimal number. So this is going to be represented as a float, and the value will be printed as such. What is Boolean? Boolean denotes true or false. What does Boolean denotes? True or false. Yes. For Boolean, how do we represent with true or false? See, $x is equal to true, $y is equal to true. If I am going to write like this, print $x, I mean echo $x, what will be printed? It will be printed as true. What about $y? Yes, it is false. Very good, children. What is an array? Array is a data type which has multiple values in a single variable. I mean homogeneous collection of data items. I mean same variable. I mean if it is going to be integer, all the values that I am going to represent will be of integer. I mean numbers alone. If I am going to give it as characters, all will be characters and no mixing up. Yes, that is going to be termed as what? Array, which has single variable, isn't it? So PHP cars is equal to array of computer, laptop, mobile. All this is going to be what? String, isn't it? So where dump is going to represent the type and the value. So it is going to be string, which is the value is going to be computer, laptop, mobile, because $car represents what? All the values that is there. Yes. See, just have a look how the output is going to be array of 3. So how many values it is going to take? E of 0, I mean cars of 0, cars of 1, cars of 2, isn't it? So how many values are there? Totally 1, 2, 3. So 3 values. Yes, 1, 2, 3 values, isn't it? But when I am going to represent that, it will be represented with, it will start from 0 to move on to the last number. So it starts up with A of 0 and ends up with A of 2. Fine. So how many values are there? Totally 3 values. 0, it is going to be the first one was going to be 0. How many characters are there? It is going to be represented here 0 to 5. Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just like that. So string of 5, which is going to be 11. Next, your second value, which is going to be laptop. The second value, which is going to be mobile. It just moves on like this. Clear, children? Again, your where dump is used for what? Used for dumping information about a variable. It just displays the structured information such as the type. It just represents the information such as type and the value of the given variable. Yes, arrays and objects are explored recursively with values intended to show structure. What about object? PHP object is a data type which contains information about data and function inside the class. We can simply call your object as instance of a class. Fine. Here, how did they represent? It contains information about the data and the function inside the class. It contains data and function inside the class. Here you have a class. Class is nothing but a user defined data type. Fine. User defined data type. This is going to be a class. Class name is going to be school. Class name is going to be school. Function is going to be what to say? Function is a method in a program. Okay, what this method is going to do, is, say for example, let us have an example. Yes, I'll be calling a name. Just let us consider one name, Reena, right? Let us consider a name. Okay, say for example, if I'm going to call Rita is a name, isn't it? So let us consider like this. Rita is of 12th standard, C-section. She is studying in Danish Matriculation School, Kampanagar. All this is the details about her, isn't it? If I am going to describe a detail, it is going to be function definition. Yes. If I say generally as there is a girl called Rita in 12th standard, it is function declaration. And if I am going to call Rita come here, it is going to be function call. Yes. If I am going to use one concept again and again, what will I do is, I will make it as a separate function and I will store it. Because I can reuse it again and again, there will not be any necessity for me to write newly. Yes. For that only, we go for a concept called functions. Yes. Here we have function marks. Yes. What do we have? We have function marks. This is a pointer. Pointer points to the address of a variable. Yes. And you have a section which is going to be A. New school. What is this actually? This is going to be a function call. Yes, this is going to be a function call. And what am I doing? I am just pointing the school's objective section, which is going to be A. What will be printed now? A will be printed. Null is a special data type which contains a single value, null. Yes, what does it mean? Null means nothing. Fine. Here we have specified $x as computer application. Again I have specified $x as null. Yes, for the same variable $x, I have assigned two values. One is going to be computer application, the other one is going to be null. What will be the value that is going to take right now? It is going to be null. It means nothing. Yes. Now when I wanted to print the value, what happens is the value of this is going to be the new value that I have declared as null. Yes. Let me repeat. $x. Yes. Computer application. Again I am declaring the same variable as null. Is that clear? $x computer application, $x null. Clear? For this, what are we going to do? We are just going to print a value which is $x. I am just going to dump a value $x. Since I have assigned the new value as null, I mean reassigned a value of $x again, the new value only will be taken. What is the new value that I have took? It is null. Next, let us see resource. It has a reference to an external resource. Resource is a specific variable which has a reference to an external resource. What does it generally does? It just holds these specific handlers to handle files, database connections in a PHP program. What and all it holds? It handles files and database connections. Fine. What do we have here? F open. In a variable called handle, I have just given a here handle is a variable which has note.txt. Note.txt is a file. What is it? File which is going to be in a read mode. What is meant by read mode? Read mode. In read mode, we can only read the contents. We cannot make any changes. Is that clear? What are we doing? We are just going to open a file in a read mode. Is that clear, children? Next, what are we going to do? I am just going to dump the value here. It means I am going to write the content that is available here in the handle. I mean, we are just going to read the content. I can only view it. I cannot make any changes. The same way for a database connection of your MySQL. What have we done here? We are just declaring a variable called link. In that I am just creating a connection, localhost, server name. Yes, again I am just going to get it connected. It means I am just going to show whether the establishment is done or not. Now let us move on with the next topic, operators in PHP. There are many types of operators: arithmetic, assignment, comparison, increment, decrement, logical and string. What is arithmetic operation? Arithmetic operation means addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and modulo. What is modulo? Modulo gives the remainder of your division. Yes, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and mod. Yes. What about assignment operator? Assignment operator is equal to operator. What does it do? It just assigns values. Say for example, x equal to y. What it is actually? Y value is assigned to x. Next you have certain assignment operators here. X plus is equal to y. What does it actually mean? X is equal to x plus y, which is an addition of x with y, and the value will be stored back in the x itself. X minus is equal to y. What it is actually? X is equal to x minus y. Say for example 2 plus is equal to 3. What it does actually mean? Not like this. We will write like this. A plus is equal to 3 and let us write A is equal to 2. Fine. A is equal to 2 and what am I doing? A is equal to A plus 3. What it actually means? A is equal to A plus 3. What is the value of A now? It is 2. 2 plus 3 it is going to be 5. What is the value of A now? It is going to be 5. Is that clear? Initially we have given A is equal to 2. A plus is equal to 3, which is actually means A is equal to A plus 3. What is the value of A now? It is 2. 2 plus 3 it is going to be 5. Again the value will be stored back in your A. Is that clear, children? The same is actually done for all the values. Next we have comparison operators. Comparison operator is going to be equal to operator, identical operator, not equal to, not equal, not identical. Equal means what? A is equal to, if A is equal to B, it means I am just checking whether A and B are equal. Yes, all this is going to be what? Comparative operators. Identical means A is equal to A. It means identical. A and A are equal, right? If it is not identical, it will be represented as not identical. If it is identical, it will be represented as identical. Greater than, lesser than, greater than, equal to, lesser than, equal to. All this is going to be comparison operators. Next we have increment decrement operators. See, increment decrement operators is of 4 types: pre-increment, post-increment, pre-decrement, post-decrement. Let us take like this: A plus plus. Let me take A value as 2. A value as 2, right? I am doing A plus plus now. Let us take 2 things. One is going to be memory, the other part is going to be execution. One is going to be memory, the other one is going to be execution. If A is equal to 2, what will happen is A is equal to A plus 1. This is what will actually be performed. Yes, A is equal to A plus 1. So what is the value of A? It is going to be 2. 2 plus 1, it is going to be 3. Yes, memory, A plus plus. Since it is A plus plus, what will happen is, in memory, the value will be updated as 3, whereas in execution it will be only 2. Able to follow? We have given it as A plus plus. A plus plus is post increment. In post increment, what will happen is 2 plus 1, it is going to be 3, whereas it will be in memory as 3, but in output it is going to be only 2. Is that clear? In case, if it is going to be pre-increment, let us take plus plus A, the same value of A is equal to 2. Fine. Now what are we going to do? Pre-increment. In pre-increment, what will happen is, let us take memory and execution again. So A is equal to A plus 1, isn't it? A is equal to A plus 1, which is equal to 3 now. In memory also it will be 3, as well in execution part also it will be 3. This is the difference between pre-increment and post-increment. Able to follow, children? Yes. What did we do now? Pre-increment and post-increment. In post-increment, it will be updated in memory, whereas it will not be updated in the execution part. In pre-increment, it will be executed on memory as well in the output. Yes, very good, children. What about logical operators? Logical operators, you have AND, OR, NOT and XOR. All this you would have seen as you would have seen. It is available only for computer science. Fine. What is AND operator? If both are true, the answer will be true. What about OR operator? At least one must be true, then the result will be true. What about NOT operator? NOT is opposite. If yes, the answer will be no. If the input is no, the answer will be yes, opposite. XOR is the opposite of your, see, for your XOR true, if either both, if any one is true, the result will be true. If both are true, the answer will be false. Yes, see 1, 1. Both inputs are there, right? But the answer will be 0. Whereas 1, 0. Since one input is there, the result will be 1. I mean, true. That clear, children? Next comes your string operators. In string you have concatenation and concatenation assignment. What is concatenation? Adding up of two strings. Say for example, computer $x. $x is equal to computer. $y is equal to science. Yes, $x dot $y. This is what is the operation that I am going to perform. What will happen? Now it will be printed as computer science together. Yes. $x is equal to A. $y is equal to B. Now what I am going to do is C is equal to $x dot $y. What will be the output now? AB. What happened? The two strings were added up together. I have just taken only characters here, but consider this for the string. What is a string? Group of characters. Yes, children, with this chapter is just getting over. Your fourth lesson is over. So what you people are going to do is, you people are going to write the 2 marks, 3 marks and 5 marks together in your classwork notebook, and you people have to submit it on Wednesday without fail. Is that clear, children? Thank you.